Hello, ladies and gentlemen. MoonHeaven here. I'm sorry for the wait. I just had to be sure that the sound was working correctly and I was able to be heard over the stream. I am going to be streaming today, not just anything. I'm probably going to be doing a few missions, maybe doing a couple TFOs, some ship setup. A lot of it I'm just going to be earning marks for my new character, but I'm here on some of my older characters because I'm looking for some gear, specifically that I can carry over to the new character. Trying to find one of my omnidirectional 360 beam arrays. I have several, and I'm looking for specifically for my plasma because I use plasma on the other character. No, it's not plasma. Tray lithium enhanced. Oh, don't I wish I had this set on the other character too. God. That would make things a lot easier. This is my Borg character. He's a primary plasma user. Sticking with that Borg theme. I had him using Borg plasma for a while, and I loved it. I really did. But I haven't been playing him as much as I've been working on a lot of the new tunes because we've had so many recruit events. And I've been working on the Klingon recruit pretty heavily. I've been working on a Gamma recruit as well. Now I'm working on a Romulan Delta recruit, and I want to, really pull that around and get it done. The Romulan is going to be one of my favorites because it's Romulan, and who doesn't love them? That being said, I need to actually find where I put my omnidirectional 360. I have no idea if it's in any of my inventories or not. Are these transferable? Nope. Nope. Damn. Nope. Anything in here that can transfer? Nothing worth it. Yeah, by the way, all these things that you see right here, got all these from drops. Just doing content. Get them all drops. I don't even make these. I actually pick these up as drops. And I never use them. I should probably just sell them to people that are actually looking to obtain it, but frankly, too busy. Let's be real. I'm a father of 3. I stream when I can. Make videos when I can. Sometimes I do just make videos for a friend of mine's, what do you call it? Not an RPG, a tabletop game. Basically, he plays a tabletop game through email, and I started making crawls for it in the Star Wars style, specifically because we play a Star Wars campaign, and I thought it would be really cool to do that, and so I then became like media manager, and not long after that, the game came to a grinding halt for a while. Real life is interfering, and COVID and all that, but in my free time I figured I might as well start streaming. I play anyway. I get sick and tired of seeing so many people in-game that just won't do TFOs correctly, or who are struggling and asking for help and nobody's helping them. Well, you can all come to my stream and you can all watch, because I guarantee you, I'll show you what to do. And it's not like I'm doing anything really special or important. I'm not a super DPS person. I've tried it. I only measure on advanced content. So, my numbers might end up being higher if I went to Elite, but let's be real, I don't care enough. Once you break 100k on advanced, don't care. Quite frankly, it's simple to get things done. Alright, let's see. I'm looking for plasma beam arrays. I got those. I don't want those. What's this? This is experimental Romulan. Another thing I'll have to get for the new tune when I actually get around to it. Okay, got room in the account bank. Oh, you know what? I should probably downsize that. Wouldn't be good if anyone pops up on there. But you had me on stream! For whatever reason, people just don't like having their identities revealed on stream, or their ad handles or whatever. I don't understand it. Everybody knows my ad handle, @Moonwind. Feel free to shoot me an in-game text, mail, whatever. See me in-game, hang out. We'll have some fun. I can't guarantee for how long. After all, like I said, I'm a father of 3, and my youngest is tiny still, so I have to manage her quite often. So the fact that I even find time to play a game now is, quite frankly, unreal. It's not in there, huh? Did I check my bank? I did check my bank, right? Yeah, check my bank. Inventory. Doesn't look like it's in the inventory. I like the sort function that they added to this. It's so useful. Nope. It's got some of my winter stuff though. Alright. Who's next up on the list? I'd say Adwin would be the next logical choice where it would be. If that's where it is, I have no idea. I have so many characters, things are spread everywhere. Alright, let's check the bank. Bank. Sort. God. Trying to find anything in this bank is ridiculous. So this guy is a basic user of Romulan plasma, but I don't know why I didn't update the Romulan plasma on this guy. Unless I just updated his cannons. And that's all he was going to use. I did it recently, so I can't remember exactly what I did. It's got some older stuff that I used to use a long time ago. Back when Mark 12 was the highest. Let's see. It's not there. Perm. What's this? Romulan beam array. Yeah, I've got some old Alachis I gotta level up to. There it is. That's a Mark 12, isn't it? I want Mark 12. I want my Mark 15. I want my Mark 14, 15. Where's that one? It exists. I know it exists. I made the bloody thing. I mean, that's the real big thing now. That you can... You can craft a lot of really good stuff in this game still. Most of the stuff is going to come from reps. And some is going to come from missions. But for the most part, what you're looking for is going to come from crafting. And that's the easiest way to get a hold of some of this stuff, too. You craft a Mark II, you go spend a little bit of dilithium in the store. You get, what is it, prize pack here? A prize pack will get you 1 upgrade token. And I'm going to tell you, 1 upgrade token on a Mark II will get you almost all the way to Mark 10. 1 more, Mark 11. 2 more, maybe, Mark 12. 1.5, 2 more, get you Mark 13, Mark 14, blah, blah, blah. You know the deal. So I usually buy them in the 10 packs after I've saved up enough to lithium. Usually after I've gone through and done my bit. Not on that, not on that, not on that, not on that. Oy, oy, oy. Oh, there's an Omni here. That's the Ancient. Sadly, I can't transfer that. Would love to transfer it. Polaron? Yeah, and everything you see, I've either gotten from I've either gotten as a drop from a box, bought off the exchange, or I've crafted it. I don't really do a whole lot in movie store. Certain special consoles, like this one here and this one here, yes, but for the most part, not really. And you're probably going to hear my daughter come up behind me here in about 2 seconds, wanting something, because she doesn't leave me alone for anything, and neither do any of my other children, for that matter.
Old cop here when he said that.
No kidding. Thank you. And she's got a whole bag of cereal again. That's adorable. You know, I try to be a responsible parent, but at some points, you just gotta let them go and just let them have fun. Because if you try to restrict them more and more, they'll start trying to break away and do more and more things that you don't want them to do. Once in a while, you just gotta let them go. So much of that might seem like an oxymoron. Alright, that's... Alright, I found one Omni. Put that over here in the account bank. Oop, wrong one. Do. There you are. No, this is a Mark 15. Oh, never mind. Even better. So I don't have to go to any other tune. Perfect. I did leave it here in this character. But that's a Mark 11 for a minute. Alright, go over to the new tune. Ugh. Alright. Bank. Can't bank. Boot. And now I can make an almost perfectly 360-degree collier. So first let's start with the forward-facing cannons. I want the Ultimates in here, I think. Where are the rest of my Ultimates? Oh, and these are the new 32nd century refit phasers. I've got these all waiting to be leveled up. They'll probably go to another tune in the meantime. Where are Ultimate? There we are. And Ultimates. Where's my Ultimate stuff? You Ultimate. Where did you go? Artemisia. Put that in there. Yeah, by the way, I just got this last night after stream. Not a whole lot's been happening. Let's see, I want that. I want... There's a 360, I just saw it. Oh, does that replace the normal 360? Boo! It does. Damn it. Alright, I will have to get the kinetic cutting beam in the meantime then. Well, that bites. I'm gonna have to go get the ultimate ones. I could have sworn I had another ultimate as well. Yeah, I had an ultimate 360 that I could just transfer to different characters. I wonder where that went. Assimilated. Oi! Can you guys get out of my room? I'm dead serious.
Come on, Lil. No!
Oi. Just leave her and go. She'll leave on her own eventually. You know what? I'll just put a particle mission in here just for the hell of it. Plasma particle mission. Here we go. And this. I mean, I wanted to do a beam setup on this. I really did, but it's not going to work out. So let's just go with my ultimate cannons. And just go face rape something. Because why not? Alright, let's go with that, the 2 heavies, and 2 duels. Why do you do duels? Why not all dual heavies? Because I want the procs from it. And these things fire more shots. So more shots equal more chance to proc. I find that useful. Let's see. And blah. Because I don't have any other space sets yet. And that. Why are these on this ship? Right. Torpedoes. So I'm at tier 2 reputation. I have the ability to start gathering pieces for a torpedo ship, which is what I'm most familiar with. Might as well add 1 torpedo. This, I don't care about this. I don't need any of these. EPG, EPS, or turn. A little more turn doesn't hurt. Let's put in... This is also, mind you, I don't have any other consoles from missions on this character because it hasn't passed the Romulan mission storyline yet. I need this to help boost the plasma damage. PS control. Where? Oh, where? There it is. Turn base. And because if you've ever flown one of these things, you'll know it doesn't turn that great. I like to make it turn on a dime. Call me crazy. We'll take this to increase the fire rate. But why would you take this? It's supposed to be for phaser damage. Yes, I agree. It is supposed to be for phaser damage. Unfortunately, its phaser damage is negligible. Its main thing is its accuracy and its effect. Trust me, those are worth it. As far as this set goes, you can't knock this with a stick being a free set. Yeah, that's the one I'll use. So, upgrade. I seriously have to pay to upgrade this? Why have I never done this on any character, considering how many characters fly it? Alright, now I got an extra slot I can work with. What do I want to use for another damage console? Let's find out. Boronite weaponry? No. Hull image refractors? I mean, I could. That just adds 20% all damage. So that's affecting everything I do, period. Another 20% all damage. These are great consoles, especially these 2 together. Put them in there, that's 40% all damage. I can't remember if that's a Cat 1 or a Cat 2. I believe it's Cat 1, but it's still, it's a significant amount of damage you're doing. Or you're putting out, I should say. So you know what, let's put the Boronite in here, and you know what? Yeah, we got the 100% turn rate from that one. We don't... No. You know what? No. We'll take out the torpedo console because that's not going to really help out all that much. And we will replace with hull image refractors because we do cloak. And this thing is extremely useful while cloaking. Plus, it also acts as an emergency cloak if necessary. Alright. That's that. Ships equipped. Stations. I have all SRO all SRO characters. Superior Romulan operatives. Because I'm a Romulan. Might as well go for broke on this one. I think I need to train this. I need to train this in an Omega. Not that I'm gonna ever use an Omega, but it's good to have if necessary. So let's see. Alright, that's Omega and that. What do I want? Do I want spread? I want spread. Do I want spread? I don't know. I have one single torpedo in the ship. Fire at will is wasted there. You know what? Let's just go with the old way I used to do this. I suppose that wouldn't hurt to put in there. I mean, it is only a secondary console. Don't need that. This can be an engineer. Engineer 2. I have no idea what I'm going to use for his damage skill up here, because I'm not going to be using... I'm not going to be using Photonic Officer. A lot of people would. I typically would. But I'd rather use it for a damaging ability. This is about as damaging as it comes, as long as they're grouped up. Oh, maybe I could throw a gravity well and that can at least keep them grouped for me. Hard to decide. Yeah, just use that. Let's see, throw a heal on. Keep this as a shield. We'll use the... Oh, not wrong one. Emergency powder battery. And we'll keep that there. And that will be an emergency powder battery. And that's not changeable, is it? No, that's science. Boo! Boo, I say! You know what? Put that there. Him, put that there. Because we want our emergency powder weapons. So we can trigger the emergency weapon cycle. As well as the buff it provides to weaponry. So, okay, let's go. Traits, right? Traits. Still set up for space magic content. Now, I won't change this one, even though it's control. It's giving me extra energy weapon damage because it's control. So I have a little bit of control on the ship to provide a little extra boost. I mean, 13% is not terrible. Symbiotic ice. Well, I'm not using beam weapons, so that's not going to matter any. Self-modulating fire. Go all the way up here. Cannon training. And from here, we will just get rid of all of these. I was training up science ships a little while ago. Now we're going back to an energy weapon-based ship. So let's go. I am using torpedoes, so I want emergency weapon cycle, twine tactical matrices, weathering barrage, supercharged weapons, strike from the shadows. Now I'm probably going to be a primary target for a while. So what else would work? Oh, here we go. We're powered and overgunned. Boom. By the by, a lot of people probably don't have these skills because they didn't get the legendary pack from the 10th anniversary. A lot of people thought it was too costly for being a 10... Excuse me. For being a 10-pack of ships. And I gotta tell you, for being a 10-pack of ships, it was freaking worth it. It came with a bunch of nice traits that I can now use on any character because they're all account-bound traits once they're unlocked. And if y'all think that's an accident, it's definitely not. So we got that. Advanced targeting systems. I'm not going to be using particle generator. Can't use the other one I normally would use. Then you can do an enhanced armor penetration, but that would be really bad because they're going to come on me like white on rice. Let's get a little bit of extra recharge to the skills and advanced engines. Why? Because advanced engines. 25% flight speed and 25% flight turn rate. I'm in an escort. I like turn rate. I like speed even more. Why this one? Critical capacitor, 7.5 bridge officer recharge. A lot of people don't think this is very significant, but it adds up in the long run with all the rest of your cooldown methods. Like, for real, I use 3 technicians for Oxtabat cooldown, like most people. Do I like doing it that way? No, I do not. Let's see. Emergency powered engines. Good. Do need to change. Let's see. Crit severity? Yeah, crit chance. I want crit chance. I'm short on that. Which is surprising because I'm a friggin' Romulan. And these 3 will become my technicians. Wait. I was already at the technicians. Horatio. Yeah, I bought 3 Horatios off the exchange. They were ungodly expensive. I don't know who's running the market on the exchange for these things. Y'all need to pull your prices down to more reasonable levels, because that's ridiculous. For how much I had to pay just for 3 regular freaking purple technicians that have a basic skill that you can earn up in the game just because I had to buy it off the exchange. It's sad. DOS should not cost that much, especially not something that you can get from a mission chain. I tell you. Okay. So that is that. I'm probably going to have to go and redo the traits as soon as I go up into space. That will make me happy. Oh. Oh, more than that, my chair is extremely uncomfortable, so don't mind me. Just trying to get myself comfy while I sit here. Who wants to play uncomfy, right? Let's see. Got that, got that, got that, got that. Nothing got reset going into space. Good. Skills are still where I want them to be. Nope, traits got reset. Got it. Knew it. I knew it. Let's just get cannon training. And what was the other one I picked? Ah, right, self-modulating. So I'm using energy weapons. And we want to get rid of dis, and dis, and dis, and dis. Alright, so we want emergency weapon cycle, entwined tactical matrices, withering barrage, supercharged weapons, and like I said, strike from the shadows is pointless if you're being the primary target. Now, if I had somebody else with me, that would be a different story altogether. And honestly, if you're finding yourself too squishy and you do have the 10th anniversary pack, you have access to this skill right here, plot armor, which is friggin' amazing, especially if you're by yourself in a squishy type ship. Don't overlook this one. It's useful. I'll use overpowered and overgun to make it even more overpowered. It really does live up to its name. Alright, so that's that. I want DOFs. DOFs are good. Okay. So, go over back to the status screen. Oh, make sure my stations are correct. Stations are good. Traits, good. Status. Alright, now before I save, I'm going to do my tray, because that way it'll actually save the tray too. And we want that, and that, and that. These are my devices. So obviously I'm not going to be hitting them all the bloody time. These are my singularity abilities. They're going to go up here where I can... They're out of the way of my normal rotational. I'm going to activate auto fire on that torpedo. Pull this. Move to about there. I want the mycelial thing up there. These two can stay down on this bar, I think. Carbonite maneuver. And extra. That'll be for my heal bar. This up here is my heal bar. Okay, most things that go up here are utility for speed and heals. Over here is things that are sciencey or debuffy. Over here are my tactical buffs. Over here are my primary tactical buffs, and over here is my primary tactical skills that I'm going to be using while I'm actually fighting. Why do I order it like this? Because it's useful to know where everything is on your tray and what it does. So we'll put this over here for the speed tray. Our recharger. And these might actually go up here into the buff debuff tray. Actually. Because I've got a cloak. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that the way it is, because I need at least 3 bars down here for my primary tacticals. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah, I only got 4 slots open. Alright, let's put boom, 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 boom. Now the rest of these tactical skills I really care less about. Put those over to there. That way I can pull this up here to use this. Not that I can see a reason to use it. Science, this is actually considered a buff power than more than a heal. So that's really what I use it for. So you want to differentiate on this power, or any team powers really, where they go. If you believe it belongs in the heal category, put it in the heal category. You know, it's really up to the person where they put their stuff. And this, normally tactical team, I wouldn't even take this. I just don't have anything better to replace it with at the moment. So let's see. We want this. You know what? No, because I don't have another heal skill. That's right. So we'll put this over there. That's there. That's my next buffy thing. Okay, so now off to the powers. Attack pattern alpha, because it is the primary go-to ability for any tactical. Doesn't matter what kind of a tactical you are, that should always be the first thing you hit, and always hit it on cooldown. And only once in a great while will you see me let it off cooldown. It depends on how many targets I'm facing, or how much I really want to slaughter my opponents. My guild lives by a credo of overkill is underrated. And we just go and just have a good time and things. You know, we don't try to over DPS the situation. We don't try to compete for DPS, although we do end up competing for DPS more often than not, so we can raise each other up. You know what I'm saying? We help each other get better. About the only reason we even keep a calculation of it is to help each other get better, because we don't want to be one of those people who are in a normal TFO and can't even do damage. I'm sorry, that's just pathetic. There's so many ways to do damage in this game. All you gotta do is learn the right way to combine skills. And the you don't even need your weapons to be ranked up to Mark 15 or anything. You can quite seriously do it all at Mark 12. I've done it at Mark 12. It's not extremely effective, but it still works. Like last night, I was going on a ground map with the others, and I was using a Mark 11 32nd Century phaser pistol because I haven't actually leveled it up yet. But my point on that is that when I level it up, it will be quite something, because I'm able to pull great amounts of damage off of something that shouldn't be doing damage. And I don't have any traits set for my ground skills either. It's just basic traits that I've got with the character. So, if you're just starting off, don't think you can't do damage. Don't think it's impossible to do things. It takes a little time, a little investment. It also takes a little bit of learning. You know, and that's what I think is lacking in this game. People actually teaching others to do it correctly. I mean, people see the DPSers going around and blowing away maps in just minutes, and they think they can just copy that by having the ship or by having the gear. It doesn't matter what level it is. No, it really matters. Everything you do combines, and it matters. Everything becomes multiplicative in this game, and that's where the real beauty of DPS shines in this game. But until you pull that DPS, you're not going to. You're not going to understand it. But you don't have power to your shields. I'm an escort. I don't require power to the shields. Speed is my shield. If I get blown up, I get blown up. It happens. It's the life of an escort pilot. Alright, that looks good, that looks good. Everything looks good. Loadout, save to cannons. Because it's very simple, easy to do. Very simple name, straight to the point. Alright, stats. Why did I reopen this? Why did I even close it to begin with? Tetrion resist. Why is my... Whoa. Okay. My damage resistances are up there. That's different. Does something provide me with a buff of some kind? Turn rate? Hey. I get 11 more points of all damage resistance rating from that. But no, I've always got that. So, ugh, let's just not think about it. Okay. Height. Alright. Get out of this fat ass's way. Alright, notice I'm not going very fast. Only going about 36. And when I turn, it's lower than that because I've got so much turn rate. Now, what I'm looking for here is, oof, crap accuracy rating, I'll tell you that much. But I got 26 crit chance and 174 crit severity. What I want to do is pump this up over 200 at some point. And this I want to get into at least its 30s. Like I said, new character, not going to have Jack and Diddley squat for what I wanted to do yet. Flight speed, 36 degrees a second. Turn rate is way too high, but 55 degrees a second. No, at least I'm not going to have trouble tracking my targets. Getting away might be an issue. And that's why we have emergency power to engines. Okay. Yes, the ship is twitchy. I like twitchy. This ship allows me to really get where I want to go. Do what I want to do. It's not the speediest ship in the world, but it is one of my favorites. Mostly because it looks badass. show. I need to go do missions. Oh, and I could give a shit less about any of these. Alright, let's start with the Solanae Dyson Sphere. Is there anything I need here? No, no. Step between stars doesn't really give me anything great. Surface tension. That gives me a console, I believe it was. Again, not anything necessary. I have to go open up the Delta Arc so that I can go through here and get anything I need in there, but still not really anything in there I need. So, Iconian War. This is where you want to start farming your equipment stuff comes from. Okay? There's a lot of sets, and there's a lot of bonus items in here that you can't get anywhere else. It starts with the Iconian War, and it goes all the way on through the Klingon Civil War. Up until that point, you're just going to get basic rewards for doing almost any of these missions. Delta Quadrant has some nicer stuff, and Solanae actually has a couple of relatively decent sets. That being said, it's not going to give you anything real special. New Romulus is a waste of time, sadly, because it used to be one of my favorite places to go to until they made it horrid. Borg Advance. I will admit that the new flow of the mission seems a little nicer. It still doesn't give you anything special for doing it, so I tend not to. These are like the last ones I do, and I focus myself, usually when I'm leveling, on Iconian War at level 2, or whatever level I get my first ship at, all the way on up. Why? It is the best amount of experience you're gonna get in the game to level up with. You don't even get that much experience from any of these. So, let's see. Uneasy allies. Yada, 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 yada. Shut up. It adds a nice fine point when they added the voiceovers to these things, but I've never been a fan because it just, I've heard them so many times. This here is where you're going to get some of the best armor in the game for ground. I highly recommend, if you don't have a ground set of armor at like level 2 or whatever, you start out and you do this mission and then you repeat this mission like 2 or 3 times and get all of 3 of these pieces because they make a set, or all 3 of these because they make a set, and then do it a 4th time and maybe get this if you really want it. Do you need it? No. It's a good starting. It's a decent little starting weapon, though. That being said, I don't need that. Blood of the Ancients. These come with some beauties. The resonant weapons were a nice little touch, but they never developed any more resonant type weapons. So Resonant Disruptor is kind of a one-off, and you can just mix it with regular Disruptor weapons. Or you can put this Resonant Disruptor, or I'm sorry, this Resonant Transphasic with a Transphasic torpedo ship. And if you start making torpedo boats, usually the very first type of torpedo boat, and usually the easiest to make, is a Transphasic torpedo boat, because they're very plentiful in this game. Let's see, Resonant Harmonic. This doesn't hurt when you're building when either building a disruptor or a transphasic ship, or if you decide to use both at the same time, then perfect. Otherwise, it's a good source of anti-proton weapons, dual heavy cannons, and beam arrays. Delta Flight. I really don't have any reason to do this one. Specialization Qualification Pilot. Okay. And then the only things you can get from it are a polaric modulator, which is nice if you're flying around in sector space, mind you, or a neutronium alloy. The neutronium alloy will help you on defense. It's a great to pick it up and then build that up. Let's see. Emit unstable warp bubble. I've never found a reason to use this skill. I'm sure there is a reason. I haven't used it myself. Iconian War Veteran. Ooh, it's a title. The Anti-Chronoton Infused Tetrion Full Auto Rifle. I actually find this thing relatively cute. It's a nice little ability to use. Plus, this is also where you get your Reactive Armor Catalyst, which means this is one I have to do. Because Reactive Armor Catalyst is something that you're going to want later down the line. Because those will be craftable by you as well. Let's see. Also, Universal Kit Module, Jam Subspace Transmissions. To all foes within 6 meters, grants a negative 42.9% energy damage. And disables summoning of any reinforcements. That is pretty powerful. I'm not gonna lie. That is a useful little skill. Now, why did I say that's useful and not that? Because, quite frankly, most of the time in space, you are not that close to your opponent. That does not go 10 kilometers. That goes maybe 5. And most of the time, at 5 kilometers, you're not there with your opponents. A lot of the time, they're out of range. And when you get to 5 kilometers, half the time they're dead. At least for me. So, I do have to do this one later. I hate doing it, though. Alright. That's... what? Which one did I just take? I thought it was time in a bottle. Broken Circle? I accepted Broken Circle. Yes, okay, good. Never mind. Don't mind me. Senility's starting to hit me. Let's see. Episodes, Iconian War. We went through Time in a Bottle, yes? We have a lead on the Cridim. Voyager went to Cridim space. No, we did not. Okay, so Time in a Bottle is also pretty interesting because it gives you a free duty officer, Smog. I won't attest that he does anything very useful, but it's a guaranteed reward. The better rewards from this one are the Chronoton Split Beam Rifle, which is quite a useful little weapon. Chronoton Jolt, which is effectively run speed and power recharge for your kit modules and then ground stuff. Foes within 6 meters also get an effect on them, you know, negative run speed and whatnot. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't last very long, but it is still useful. The Temporal Flux Generator, which is great for starships, I think. And it's a good place for personal shields, if you need shields. But you shouldn't because of the original one, you shouldn't need it because of the shield you got from Uneasy Allies. You can just use that. But there are other shields that are going to be a lot more useful. So let's see, Butterfly, Focused Assault training manuals. I honestly still don't see the point in Focused Assault. I've always have to hit more than one enemy, and anything I do hit doesn't last long enough for me to make this very useful to me. The stuff I find useful from this are this for, you know, science ships, or maybe a one-off console for say like a tactical ship or a cruiser or something where you've got extra room in the consoles. You've got a temporal phase overcharge warp core or singularity core of your choice. They don't hurt too badly. Let's see, Anti-Chronoton Infused Tetrion Beam Ray kind of goes with a theme here. Excuse me. Yeah, good Chronoton torpedoes if you want Chronoton torpedoes. The one I basically would say is useful for is that. You can get a 3 or 4 or... yeah, no, you can get a 3 or 4 piece set off of this and its effects are pretty cool. Not necessary, but cool. Shush. God, I wish they wouldn't talk. It's the Iconian vest outfit. This outfit can be heavenly looking. It looks really woo, wow. Excuse me. It is really weird. Don't mind me. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I apologize. Nanite repair matrix. All right, this is an actual space trade. So this is where you get one of your first standard space trades from, and for free. And you just do the mission. Yes, the mission sucks. If you do it at level 5 or something, this mission becomes so very easy. And these, as long as you take these and put them in the upgrader, they should freely upgrade to Mark 12. Also, you can get Tetrion Pulse weapons from here if you want to go with that Tetrion theme.
The war continues, and all of our warriors are needed to fight.
Skip. Why am I skipping these instead of doing them? Because that way I just open them up. And like I said, I don't care about the experience. Beyond the fact that the first time you do it, you still get the same amount of experience even if you skip through the log just to open it up. So, Temporal Ambassador, you come with anything? Yesterday's Enterprise uniform. Okay, decent. If you're a commander, you could get an Ambassador class ship for free. So, not horrid. It helps if you're just leveling up and you don't know what to choose, or you don't have any of the starships available. That's a free ship for you, basically. The Once and Future Agent, blah, nothing. Core of the matter. Okay, this you can get a very unique neutronium-laced combat armor. It doesn't really do a whole lot. The thing I would get from these are the disruptor pistols. Wide.
So we need to stop them at all costs.
I think these are some phaser pistols, actually.
Hello. There's something I'd like you to look into.
Hello. Please shut up, Daniels.
There's been a temporal disturbance in the 27th century.
Alright, here's another one. There's a dielectric oscillation personal shield. This used to be available from a different mission, actually. And I think this one might be slightly better. Cryokinetic dispersal special effect on the shield.
Meet me there.
So that's a decent little effect if you want to use that. This is a Tetrion-based weapon. It's not bad. I've used it. A wide beam pistol, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. Terminal expands. You can get yourself a Calvin Timeline Batleth, which is always kind of cool. You can get some pre-fire chambers, directed energy distribution manifolds, warhead yield chambers. If you're using a lot of mines and you're really focusing on like a mine layer ship, you can get variable geometry detonators here. Although I wouldn't suggest it because you can get better after you open up the discovery stuff in the store. Survivor. I really wish you'd shut up. Romulan operative armor. It's not the most horrible thing I could suggest. It is a set of armor with unique characteristics. Do I think it's any good? Not really.
Hello. There's something I'd like you to look into.
Future-proof. This is where things start getting interesting with your set items and stuff like that. This is where you'll find a lot of nice stuff. Because this deals with future and future tech. So what we got here is quantum phase torpedoes. I have to do this mission because I want the quantum phase quantum. And I'll probably end up taking the quantum phase converter as well. Just a two-piece the set. Will I take either of the energy weapons? Not likely. But it's also a good source of phaser weapons if you want to get those and kit out a ship with phasers. There's a lot of other easier ways to get phaser weapons, I think. Stormbound. This is the Quantum Phase space set. This is, hands down, one of the best sets that you can get from a mission once you level it up. It's not going to help you survive, but it will definitely help you dish out damage greatly. I don't plan on doing that and rerunning it constantly today. Time and Tide. This will give you chronometric Polaron stuff. So chronometric Polaron comes with dual heavy cannons, a regular beam array. This little gem right here is amazing if you're running a Polaron base ship, or an exotic base ship, or both. You know, it's one of the reasons a lot of old ships went with Polaron as well as Polaron torpedo, as well as those others. This is also where you get a free omnidirectional and a free heavy turret. These aren't horrid. Like I said, they make more sense with this stuff. Otherwise, the Time and Tide Admiralty bundle, I think you can get this once. I don't know if you can get it twice. Temporal Front. This is basically where I go to go get a couple things. The Elegant Jacket doesn't matter. What I go here for is the Nakul Temporal Operative Personal Shields. Now, I get this in the weapon normally because I like a two-piece set, and it gives it gives critical chance as a bonus on the ground. So having this equipped as a secondary weapon still has it set to active, so that means the two-piece set bonus still applies. So in this shield, I can't strongly suggest that you get this and put this on all 5 of your people. If you want to, you can get the 3-piece set bonus of it and just gear up with it if you really want to. Honestly, this gear here is trash. And the only real parts that I think are worth it are this and the weapon, because of its bonus. And that's, you know, usually low level too, because once you get set bonus items, well, that's not going to matter much anymore.
There's been a serious temporal incursion.
Although sometimes you will still use that new cool shield.
Once we're through the wormhole,
let's see. Temporally shielded anomaly data core. I'm sorry, temporally shielded data core.
It's on the fringe of current Dominion.
Gives you a physical damage resistance, kinetic damage resistance, exotic particle generator, and control. This is great for a science ship that's looking to build itself up and survive. Because a lot of the times the science ships are going to get hit with more kinetic-based stuff than they are energy stuff. Otherwise, it's a good place to get a couple shields. You know, purple Mark 12s. Not great, but not horrid. Ragnarok. This is where it gets good. This console here makes it worth doing. All damage and resistance rating. Gives you more hull capacity and shield capacity. It adds 7.5% of your auxiliary power to your shield power as a bonus. It also makes you immune to the effects of the Delphic Expanse, which makes life so much nicer when you're doing either the mission or, surprisingly, it does actually have an application in the TFO. And it's a TFO I hope I'm never going to show you. Honestly. I hate that TFO. Nobody knows how to do it correctly. And rather, if they do, we don't find them. Because you don't find people who do things intelligently in randoms, it seems. Which is another reason that spawned me to want to start actually broadcasting my gameplay. Kind of being a teacher kind of thing. So here's another thing that I consider amazing. Beyond the fact that you get this Nausicaan energy lance, which I think is just cool, the Nausicaan Siphon Capacitor is a decent little disruptor damage buff console. Its energy weapon could be better. Wish it had a different variation. Hell, I wish it had an Omni. I wish it was an Omni or a turret, to be honest with you. But its beauty shines from this into Torpedo. Because this applies not just a hold, but a Disruptor debuff, too. If I'm not mistaken, this applies a Disruptor debuff. On hold, blank, Disruptor damage for 5 seconds. Nausicaa weaponry. Yeah, okay. So, you want this, about maybe a 2-piece set bonus to really get it to crank up its damage a little bit. Plus, you got Disruptor Induction Coil if you want to actually amp up Disruptor damage. Of size importance.
Discomforting reports from the Lucari. They have discovered
Here you can get a unique, I'll call it, unique space set. I think this one works better for escorts or science ships. I don't really see a lot of utility in this for a cruiser. It's mostly science ship in my honest opinion. Maybe a science destroyer even would be even more appropriate, because you're pumping up your flight speed and all that too at the same time. Yeah, you're pumping up flight speed and whatnot. Blah. I can't even tell you what these do right now, but I'm pretty sure it's mostly buff engines and exotic particle stuff. Also, from the same mission, you have a space and a ground trait. Regen from control abilities. Either kit base for the ground or bridge officer abilities for space. If you're going to use a control officer anyway, and you don't have a lot of really good traits, this does not hurt. I promise. Regen is nice. Regen is your friend. Mirrors and smoke. Let's see. Kentari. The only thing worth anything out of this one is the Warhead Guild Chambers, I think. I don't think the Kentari stuff is really worth it. Brushfire. You can get, from your first run through, you'll get the House Martok defense configuration console and Torg's Designer Batleth, which leaves you free to take any one of these items as well. So this is your selected item. You'll want either the Transphaser Torpedo or the Disruptor 360. A lot of people take the Disruptor 360 to go and pair really well with a Disruptor ship. Otherwise, you can get normal Transphasics. Again, not horrid. Beyond the Nexus is a great place for phaser stuff. This is one of the singular best sets for a phaser build. Reinforced armaments gives you a lot more oomph that you can take. The torpedo, I would never suggest slotting this thing. Its recharge can't really be justified with having it. However, the omnidirectional and the Trilithium enhanced phaser turret, on the other hand, these are amazing for any phaser ship because you're gaining firing cycle haste from them. Absolutely worth it. And especially as many times as you're using phaser weapons with a cannon, if you're hitting rapid fire, if you're hitting scatter volley, you are procking a lot. Maybe not as much as you might hope you are, but it's going to add up. Let's see, Skyla and Critus. Yes, that is how you pronounce that. This gives a set for space that is amazing at buffing phaser, plasma, and disruptor weapons. You want these if that's what you're using. They don't have horrible side effects either. Like this one targets a cone around the side of your ship that's taking a lot of damage, and then as it builds up, it just explodes out toward the enemies. It's not an immense amount of damage, but it's great. It is different. I've used this on both science ships and my tactical ships. I gotta tell you, this is probably one of the best low-budget, non-reputation deflector arrays that you can customize completely for science. You can customize this to be all control. You can customize it to be all EPG, all this other stuff. Again, I'm not going to say all, but you have certain amount of options that you can choose from in each category. But I'm pretty sure this is the one way I brought a deflector to EPG times 5 just by using one of these. It was useful. It freed up a lot of room in my other places, in my other consoles, that I could just put things that focused more on control or defense or other things. So keep it in mind. And also this has a unique little ability called hull scraping, which I find to be unique in the fact that when you ram an opponent, you're doing damage to them. So you're actually actively looking to hit the opponent as you fly by them. And you're going to activate a little bit of a damage boost, because you got that kinetic damage going on from it. And it scales up the higher your throttle. So, neat. Great for an escort. Can be used with any type of ship. Plus you get a Butcher's Mek'leth, which, you know, okay. Mek'leth is really cool, actually. It is the short sword version of the Batleth, and definitely has a unique set of skills and combos that go with it. I like dual Mek'leth. The dual Mek'leth is better. Those come from another mission later on. Let's see. Take plasma infusers. If you're a plasma user and you need early on plasma stuff, take these. It doesn't hurt to have like 5 while you're leveling up, and then you just level it as you go. Like I said, it's to level anything up there, it requires 1 what do you call it? Phoenix upgrade token, which you should be getting anyways, because you should be making dilithium on almost everything you do. That's it for New Frontiers. Okay, Gamma Quadrant. I did not find a whole lot here that I found very useful. Gotta admit. Like, all of this is just basic crap, honestly. I have Storm Cloud's Gather only to get me to DS9. It's one of the missions I use to warp around.
I need your help with a very sensitive mission.
Like this, you can get some Catcher Cell White, you can get a special outfit. But otherwise, it's just... The only really unique thing you get out of this, doing this one, is the makeshift polearm, which I think is kind of cool looking, personally.
It seems the wardens of the prison are planning on killing
Otherwise, it's just
random
polearm.
amnesty to the prisoners. Something else.
And basic polearm, too.
The Dominion has asked
Blah, blah, blah.
expeditionary force.
Again, polearm, you get a trader com code. This will call in like a little freighter. That'll allow you to trade with it. Use the market and sector space and stuff like that, so you don't have to go to back to a starbase or anything.
Odo's found something
Doomed to
intriguing in the
repeat.
sound system. Something the founders want no one to know.
Fecklery
about.
Chaos Blaze. This is one of this actually is a very unique little skill. I don't think it does a terribly great amount of damage, personally. But if you're a new player and you don't have a whole lot invested in your kits and whatnot, consider this. It's a way to do some damage to your opponents.
I have some things.
God, I wish they'd change this. What was that? I was doomed to repeat. Quark's Lucky 7. This is single-handedly the coolest mission I've ever done in this game. I loved it. What do you get from doing this? You get gold press platinum from doing this. What do you get from this? The awesomest weapon ever. Lex throwing knives. It stops you in your tracks when you throw it, but its refire rate is really nice, and it does physical damage, so there's not a whole lot that resists it. Otherwise, you can get a plasma sniper rifle or a Polaron full auto.
You're the only one I trust with this.
You're the only one I trust with this.
Researchers led by my friend Dr. Bashir have isolated several fascinating aspects.
Again, so you get a flare, which is a unique little item. Helps light up a dark area and reveals stealth allies. Or stealth enemies. And then there's the singular winning lottery ticket. Home. This is by far the hardest mission in the chain and should probably be done as early as possible. Not for the fact that you want to unlock a freaking emote. I tell you, you want this. I'm not going to say it's going to be all that in a bag of chips. It used to be, they buffed it, and then they nerfed it. And now this thing is a good, okay set, but it's what it does. It's 2-piece and 3-piece set bonus that makes this set really worth it. It buffs your crit chance, your crit D, your damage, your exotic damage, all depending on what buff you hit. And as long as it's a AoE buff for your weapons. Otherwise, the phased waveform beacon can be extremely useful to call in some allies to help destroy a target. Let's see. Science flow capacitor. Starship drain expertise. If you're going for a drain ship, feel froggy. It's a good way. I prefer getting these from the Fleet Research Center because there's absolutely no reason to use those after you get that stuff. Oh. Let's see. Plausibility of the possible. Phaser pulse wave assault weapon, decent for ground. Mark 12 armor, decent. It's not great. Plausibility of reason. Klingon Batleth Mark 12. Okay. Nanofiber insulated jacket. I like the look. It's not really something you need. Secrets. Secrets. Nothing. This is old green shit. I don't even know why this exists. That should be purple at the minimum. More green shit. And again, useless. Shouldn't exist. They should at least update that to contain purple stuff when you're at 65. Skip, skip to Maloo, skip to Maloo, skip to Maloo. I apologize. I have a daughter. The shit sticks in my head.
I am the leader of a Vulcan research team studying
Oh,
the
damn it.
ecology of the planet Apollo. While on personal leave, I've learned that the team has not
Parapermecium, regenerative crystal shield matrix. This is a very unique and very cool shield to have when you're building up like a science ship or something. If you don't have any sets yet and you can deal with regeneration, this is a great set to have. Plus you can get particle generators from doing it. Did I mean to pick it up? Hell no, I did not.
We are to determine the status of the research team and offer assistance if necessary.
Alright, where was
Prepare to
I?
leave at your earliest convenience.
Illusion of communication.
About events of Apollo.
It's Pavan Healing Crystal. This works on the ground,
Leave the Terran
and this works between you and any one of your 5.
that have managed to coerce
I'm sorry, your 4 bridge officers that go with you. Now, if you put 5 of these on your ground team, to include yourself and all 4 of your bridge officers,
time is of
healing isn't going to really be a factor because your bridge officers will use this thing constantly.
we are, in effect, the first responders.
And for you yourself, it's a nice little emergency heal.
Stop capitalizing and recruit before they solidify their control of Apollo. Fail it.
Beneath the skin, Kumarite. Faction appropriate Ilachi bridge officer. Alright, they've given you a gold quality bridge officer here. Alright? And again, it doesn't really have anything special. It's a miracle worker, I believe. And then a regular personal shield array. It's crap. The only thing good from that one right now is the officer. And I have no reason to even think of redoing it.
A research team is analyzing spore colonies in the Donatia system. Their facilities are on a small moon world, but it's
Oh, right. This was the introduction to what do you call it? Patrols. Back when they were reintroducing the patrols, Discovery. So a lot of these are just going to have an experience,
Mission won't complete itself, you know.
an experience point reward. Sadly, it's not going to be too much. Ninth Rule is one of my favorites. Runes of Doom is okay. Then we have the first real mission after those, the Measure of Morality. You can get Seven's dual Tetrion pistols. They are not... They're dual pistols. They're not rifles. They're dual pistols with a longer freaking stock reskin. So the reason to do this one is the Universal Kit Module Delphic Puddle. I mean, if you want the Tetrion rifles for ground, have at it. Measure of Morality Part 2. This is the useful part. Presidential Hand Axe. This thing is... Look at it. It's a gold quality ground weapon. What more could you ask for? I mean, you just pick it up and all you gotta do is just level it to 15 and then poof, you're done. Anti-proton leash, which is another very interesting, very unique interaction skill. Not something I suggest that you should get, but it's definitely something that you could get. And then on to here where I find I have the most fun. Do this at a lower level. Okay, don't do this at a higher level, especially if you don't have gear. Because even these normal missions are painful without real gear.
Heed the call of the war. Claim the honor. Do your path.
The treacherous Jaula. Dual nanopulse disruptor pistols. Okay, not gonna argue. This is a long range that has its tertiary attack as a melee. It's cool. Try it. Kittimer Discord. Dual nanopulse mechless. This is my favorite ground weapon in the game. I will take this over anything else. It has a charge that'll take you right at the target, and it has a very fast and a very heavy attack for ground. It is nasty. Try it. Partisans.
Discovered the location of the evidence we need to clear on.
This one's also unique, and it gives you a nanopulse staff rifle. Okay? I'm not sure how many people remember the staff rifle when it released, but the very first one was an electric-based one that was used with, what do you call it?
Security that goes even beyond my ability.
Jaela from the JJ verse from movie 3. Jaela's staff weapon there. And in this game, where we have that in the Lobby store, it uses an electric attack to shoot out instead of the nanopulse disruptor shot. Oh, thank you, Lily. Why are you running up here? Okay. Goodbye. Unless she stole something from her brothers. But that is the reason to do that one, most definitely. Knowledge is power. Again, these rewards are not really worth much. However, you can get a nanopulse edge batleth out of here if that's your stick. You like energy damage on the ground, but you still like to do melee. And Leap of Faith. This is one of the more recent episodes. Daily event progress. I did not know that counted. Alright, Feclery Torment Engine. This is great for science-based ships. The Nanopulse Plasma Torpedo is amazing for a plasma torpedo-based build ship, which is something I may yet build since I'm using plasma as a Romulan anyway. The warp core really isn't worth much.
And mine. Not why.
The time has come.
Warriors of the Empire, assemble.
We are preparing to make our next
Tetrion Mine Launcher. I do assume that these are the cloaking mines.
honorable lackey. Soon the valley will
I don't remember getting this before. Although I know I had to because I did the mission.
The journey lies ahead. Older
I have to go see what it does. I forget. And a day long remembered. Daily event progress. Universal kit module Tetrion Mine Barrier. Okay, this takes out shields for incoming ground people. It's not bad. Plus, it makes a nice little coating of mines in front of you, so it'll cause constant explosions, which will probably hurt your opponents greatly, as well as do damage to their shields. Beyond that, what do we have currently? Is that it? That can't be the newest episode. Well, maybe that's why I don't remember it, because I haven't done that newest episode yet. Oh, that's right, it came out with 2 new episodes for this. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I haven't done those yet. Which is why I don't remember that Tetrion Mine Launcher. I can imagine it'd be useful, though. Not a Tetrion user myself. Anywho, now that I've finally broken down from explanations of missions and shit, what have I been on here? Almost an hour or more? Yeah, let's say about an hour, give or take. Oh, hour and a half almost. Jeez. Alright. Reputation. Something came. Ooh, all my reputations are done. Woohoo. Means I can start this early today. Yay. So it's going to be a minute more. Now I'm trying to push these timers back because they're on 20-hour timers instead of 24-hour timers. I want to get it so I can do this in the morning and not have to worry about it in the afternoon. That's cute. So I don't have to worry about it in the afternoon like I have been. And because this is a live stream, I can't just edit that out. I mean, I suppose if I want to take it down and put it back up later, I can edit that out. But I don't see a reason to. I cough. It's a thing. People cough. You should just get used to it. But don't we catch the Rona? No, I highly doubt you'll catch the Rona just from somebody coughing. Too many people are afraid of the Rona. Stop being afraid. Be safe, be responsible, but don't be afraid. Living life in fears. No fun. And I refuse to live like that. So let's see. This got done too. Yay! Science to 11. One level closer. Did I not click that out of my inventory? No, I have one. Well, is the thingy. Alright, seriously, I had a boost in here that I meant to click so I can add it to my research pool, and now I can't fucking find it. I may just be overlooking it. There's a lot of things in my inventory at the moment. Oh, there it is. There we go. Delta boost. Because that was free. And I like free boost. I think I'll save that for the engines. Need to get more. Need to get more marks today. I don't know. Maybe I'll go do some. How dare you? Sir, the Borg theme started with us. Never seen anybody do it until we did it. Oh well. Alright. I said let's go do Broken Circle, since I need to do that one anyway. Might as well.
Yay!
Warp out. What the? I gotta tell you, when my kids play, they play rough. My Lily loves screaming at them, at the boys. Oh, my poor boys. 3 years old and she's already got them wrapped around her finger. Makes you worry about the future, huh? I'm sure you all can hear them downstairs. After all, I did have to turn down the sensitivity of my mic so you all could hear me. So it's possible you can hear them too. And I apologize if I'm coming in soft or anything, but I speak soft normally. So, with that in mind, you might want to turn up the volume. Or if anyone has a way for me to fix my volume issue, you know, internally, so I don't have to speak a lot louder, I would appreciate it if you'd let me know in the comments. Yeah. Greetings, Admiral. On behalf of Captain Cogran and the Alliance Command, I am pleased to welcome you. Yeah, they already have voices, sadly. I liked it better when they didn't have voices. You can make up your own voice for them. But not everybody does voices anymore. I've done these a million times. I'm not going to sit around listening to them. I'll save that for, you know, series like Let's Play or whatever. I'm not a Let's Play series, obviously. Great. Center of them. Blah, 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 blah.
Follow me to the conference.
Meeting's about to begin. Follow me to the conference room. Follow the red line. Follow the red line. Follow the red line. I don't want to start saying follow the yellow brick road, but hey. Research and development. Blah. Oh, this is the one where we go face off inside the sphere, isn't it? Oh, crap. Yeah, it is. Now I remember this. Annoying. I don't even know if the ship is ready for this. Oh, wait. What? Why did I click that? I gotta get into position. Put the ship on into position.
You are the last ship to arrive.
Warp to the Heralds. Boom, 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 boom. And we all fly backwards. Cryptic really needs to go through a pass on this and just re-hide stuff. I'm not glad to see you. Well, I'm not glad to see you, so...
The Iconians are gaining in their ships, and they have far more reserves than we anticipated. I've called for a hold of the flagship assault until there's no point to cease from.
Woo! Okay, that's loud. I am kind of wondering if I should turn my game down a little bit.
Engines and weapons are down. Requesting immediate assistance.
No. Kill that fucking solar gate. Can I attack it? Please? Jesus. That's annoying. I don't know why it's not following my commands to attack. And this is why I like to be able to turn on a dime. Okay. Oh, the only thing I dislike is subnucleonic games. They get to be a pain in the ass. You've got time left. You don't. Always prioritize which one has better time. It'd help you out immensely in doing things like this. Blah, blah, blah. We don't care. Clear a path to gate. Oh. Ooh. That's right, this is the one where we have to go kill Matara. Huh? There we go. Jesus. Take a minute, why don't you?
Flagship's shields are down, and it's losing power. Looks like they're trying to interface with the sphere to give themselves a boost. This might be our one chance to coordinate and take control.
Now comes the real hard part. The hard part is not destroying the groups of enemies, nor is it anything too simple in here. It's, quite frankly, defending these ships constantly from a constant bombardment while they take forever to load their people onto the ship. Wait for the carriers to move into position. Uh-huh. Right. Come on. And they're coming from the rear. That's adorable. You want to get up and over those EMP probes if you can, too. They're a pain in the ass. Right side. Instead of forcing the cooldown, I think I'm just gonna wait. See, well, that worked. There's only 5 boarding parties landed. Come on, people. Get your act together. Now, side notes. I play these on normal. Why? There's no benefit to playing them on advanced, other than being able to say that you survived. And Elite is just pointless. Let's face it. I would like it if Elite was an actual challenge and something that actually gave you a reward that was worth the challenge. That's why you avoid those things at all costs. They will shut you down. Oy. Oh well. Death doesn't matter. Other than the bragging rights to say that he didn't die, honestly. What I wouldn't give for pilot abilities on this ship. Yay! The items. The flagship.
And reporting heavy resistance.
They're reporting heavy resistance.
On your back. Great. Acknowledged. Sensors are picking up power fluctuations in your orbit. The impact of the mortar must have...
See? That same little pistol I was telling you about. Mark 11.
That will help us take
Away teams are attacking power junction. They are encountering heavy resistance. It would be an honor to join your away teams reporting in, sir. Heavy resistance and heavy casualties.
Not for long.
Protecting life signs and weapon construction. Dead ahead.
Surprisingly, I like this little pistol here. I find it to be quite fun.
I am detecting Federation and Heritage fire beyond this door. There is also a power junction.
There's also a power junction. Oh, great. Protect your people. Always protect your people. Yeah, by the way, my people have some insane stuff because of all the event rewards I have. Oh, hi, Matara. No holy.
Matara is retreating. She might be trying to recharge her energy.
All it takes is a kick. That's just...
Whoa.
Yeah.
The Ionians are energy. Our enemies to yourself in the battle. That's probably dangerous. Leading yourself throttle. Keep at it. Trade enough for energy. You might make yourself vulnerable.
There is another power
There is another power junction.
junction.
Oh wait, we should probably revive whoever that other guy is. Where is he? Oh, it's over here. Why nobody revived him is beyond me. I have a freaking healer in the party. It's not like he's really doing anything. So, I haven't set up my bridge officers at all for ground. I think I may have changed up the one science officer so that he can actually give out good heals on the ground, and that was about it. Because I don't really see a whole lot of need or reason to really mess with ground stuff. Despite having a whole lot into it, there's really I didn't even put traits into this character for ground. My other characters have traits for ground. You have damaged the ship. Wait, loud? Where is she running to? Matara, running. You saw it here first. Yeah. Let's just kick you a little bit. Ow! Backhanded me. And see, this is why I love this little event reward, the Red Angel suit, because it just revives you if you die. Yeah, it can only happen once every, what, 60 seconds or something like that. So, it's neat. Parasitic ice. This actually needs to go somewhere up here.
Another junction just ahead, sir.
What am I getting for not paying attention, man? What am I doing?
Creature to use her own power. We can weaken her enough to defeat her.
We can weaken her enough to defeat her. Yeah. What's this wee shit from the Sabi? What are you doing?
I believe it to be some kind of command.
Daddy?
Scans confirm her
Daddy, I just want to show you something.
What's that, Buggy?
I just want to show you something. Really cute.
Well, it's gonna have to wait till after combat. Ooh, a Harbinger of Matara. Oh, for shame. We need to mark this in parasitic ice. Nice. Yes, by the way, I'm using the 32nd century drone. Why? Because it is freaking cool. Ugh, I lost a tactical officer. Where? Oh, never mind. Shows you how good my ground team is. They're dying all the time. La-di-da-di-da. Again, this is, like I said, a know-nothing character that I've really put no effort into. After I'm done and put some more effort into her, she'll be golden. Until then, it's not likely gonna be much of anything. You have injured me! Closed constructs. Ooh. Okay. Now we gotta get these. After we get these, should finally be able to kill her. I'm weakening. Maybe you shouldn't use yourself as an energy source. You think of that? Good lord. Ugh. I'm not even targeting anymore. Or rather, I'm not even aiming. Yay, she dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead. The wicked witch, the wicked witch. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead.
You made it back. I hate to say it, that might be the first bit of good news I've heard all day.
Scan for survivors.
While there's still a chance, the heralds will be coming back in force. These warriors died well.
Oh,
Not
yeah, tell it to their families. Seriously. Good luck telling that to their families. These warriors died well. You know how many people you just lost? How many ships you lost just for an assault on Matara? That's unsustainable. So yeah, the story here doesn't make any sense, which is why I skip it. Sad. It's not a good story. At least this section of it. Yeah. No. I gotta go back to the conference room. Conference room. Talk to you.
Indeed, but that is a small comfort to the warriors who have.
I don't think we have a choice here. No, I'm pretty sure you have choices. You just don't want to think of them. But, hey. God, I'm so tempted to just do the whole game theory thing. I've heard him say it so many times. Alright, that's that. Her. I completed an endeavor. What was it? Healing on the ground. Okay. I'll go with that. So turn it in. That's right. Contact. Reactive armor catalyst. And I now have no reason to ever do it again. Alrighty. It's been almost 2 hours. I think I'm gonna go take a break, look after the kids, maybe make some lunch or dinner. Actually, yeah, dinner, 5 o'clock, wow. Alright, yeah, I'm probably gonna go make dinner for the kids, and I'll be back later on tonight to do some group stuff with the rest of the Myrmidons. Till then,